Welcome along to Behind the Bar podcast with my co-host Dan and my beautiful wife Sarah. So when we'll pass the mic, we'll don't speak until the mic's in your hand. Okay. Yeah. Ready? Sarah loves this jacket. So today's episode is a little different. Everywhere we look right now, people are saying things like, "This was the worst year ever," or "I can't wait for next year." And honestly, we get it. Everyone has tough moments, but what we don't see enough of is people slowing down and looking at the full picture. Because most of the time, a bad year isn't a bad year at all. It's a few hard moments that end up overshadowing dozens, if not hundreds, of small wins. So today, instead of rushing toward the next year, we wanted to pause to reflect, to celebrate and to prove with real examples just how much growth, progress and good stuff actually happened this year. Our goal with this episode is simple. If you're listening, we want you to walk away thinking, you know what, my year was better than I thought. Ready?
Yeah.
So if you had to describe your year in one word right now, what would it be?
Great. Oh. I thought I was going to talk to you. Just ran away.
He's away. Go on then. Back in shot.
What, one word?
One word.
Mint. Overall. Mint.
That's what I like to hear. So why do you think people are so quick to label an entire year as bad?
I think people are very reactionary in general. Everything's an extreme. I think the modern society we live in promotes over the top and quick reactions to everything. Everything's dramatized. You know what I mean? It's people think they're on
Drama sells.
people think they're on telly or on social media, and the whole life spirals into a big drama. And really, it's just most of the time it's out of something. They're blowing it out of proportion because that's what they think you should do.
What was the question again?
Why do you think people are so quick to label an entire year as bad?
I mean, I agree with what Dan said, but I ultimately think that as humans, we've got a tendency to remember the negative more. If you're looking back over your life, most people will highlight and talk about the shit things that have happened. It's you're always going about holidays. What was the best bit about your holiday? You always ask that question, what was the best bit? Because you're so used to saying, how was your holiday? Oh, well, we got fucking delayed on the flight by 2 hours. Or it rained one day. And you hear the negatives first. And I think people just remember the negatives more.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, though. I don't know why people give more space to negativity than positivity.
I think part of it is we have unrealistic expectations of how perfect people's lives are, in a sense, especially now, all we ever see is the highlights. So it's I don't know, you go on a holiday. There's never been a couple that's ever went on a holiday and hasn't had a few arguments. Do you know what I mean? You bicker, you argue, of course you do. But you don't tell anyone about them. You just post the pictures and look how fantastic a time I had. But so nobody ever sees anyone else's negatives. So then when negative things happen to them, they think the whole world's falling apart. But negativity's normal. Good things happen, bad things happen. It's just the way it is. Don't dwell on either of them too much. Don't let yourself get too high or too low.
Oh. I like to feel high all the time. not in a drug way, just a bit high on life. But yeah, that one I always use every time somebody because it's the first British thing is, how was your holiday? And then it is a typical another thing to say, well, this was this, and that's why I always jump in. What was the best bit about it? And then because I know they've ate out, I'll always say, what was the best food when you were there? Because then it makes people reflect and think, oh, well, there was this, this, and this, rather than it rained for that 1 hour. Do you know what I mean? Or the flight was delayed 20 minutes. you've still getting to another country in 3 hours. It's like, it's amazing in any way. What, you've had to wait another 20 minutes? Yeah.
But it's like, it's what you make of it. You'll sit in an airport, and I don't know, our gate was delayed half an hour, say. It's like you're in an airport, there's coffee shops, there's pubs, there's restaurants, and people sit on those metal fucking chairs with a face like shite. Go and get a drink or a coffee and like, you're still on holiday, you're not at work. Just chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what you make it.
You can't actually do, especially that situation, you can't actually do anything about that situation whatsoever. Like, there's nothing going to make the plane go faster if you're twisting at somebody or whatever else, and then twisting about when you come home.
But even with anything, it's like the whole positive, negative thing. Anything can be anything. A positive can be a negative can be a positive. It's what you choose to make it.
Should we end it there again? Yeah. I mean, the next one would have been, do you think we naturally remember negatives more than wins? Which is yes, isn't it? Yeah. So how much of a bad year is really just a hard season or a tough month?
I love how you give it to me. What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Say it.
Well, like, how much of a bad year, like when people are like, let's say they're doing the end of year reviews on Facebook, the War and Peace fucking thing.
Can't wait to post mine this year.
Like, how much of a bad year is really just a hard season or a tough month?
Most of it. There's very few people like who I know. When I looked at obviously my socials, it's people who I know. Most of them, or like people from school who I don't really know. But I'll look at it and I'll think, you're going on about how bad this year is, but then I know all the good things that they've done or achieved throughout that year as well. And I just think you're like totally dismissing that year as shit. Like, bye last year, like hope next year's not as shit. And it's like, God. I know how many positives have come from your year, you're choosing not to acknowledge them. And you're choosing not to reflect on them. And then it's, are you doing that because, like you said, negativity gets more attention and you'll get more, oh, poor you, I hope next year's good for you, or more interaction, like, because negativity brings more interaction as well.
I didn't spoil that, but I think I've got that in my questions.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the vast majority of the people who say that the year's been completely dog shit, I look at it and I'm like, fuck me. Give me your year, please.
True.
Is that negative?
That's negativity. Well, no, it isn't. But no, like, do you know? I suppose it is in a way. But do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you would never like say something like that, like, oh, like, I wish I had your year, unless someone had like a good year.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my year's been shit, but do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean, definitely.
It's like when someone says, I'd love to be a penny behind him. And it's like, yeah, but you've got enough yourself.
It's the whole, like, comparison's a weird thing anyway. And don't get us wrong, it's like people do, like, some people do have really shit years, like, and it is, but it's most of the time when people are complaining about it, it's over fuck all. Like, it's literally nothing. Like I said, like, we can all imagine, like, we've all known people to have, like, really awful things happen to them over, like, a 12-month period. And, like, yeah, like, it's shit. But most of the time, it's just over the most pointless stuff. And like I say, it's reactionary to whatever's happened recently. Like, you could have 10 great months, but if November and December are a bit crap, it's going to be posting all the negatives because nobody actually sits down and reflects. You just move on to the next thing and moves on to the next thing. And we're all guilty of that because how often do any of us look back? Because I was doing something the other day, I can't remember what I was looking for. I was looking for a picture for something, and like I went back there, I was like, fucking hell, I've done loads this year. And like you don't even realise it. And how often do people actually sit down and look back on everything they've done well? It's always reactionary to what's happening in the moment.
You've just spoiled the entire podcast there, Dan, but it's fine. But no, I think you're totally right there, especially this time of year when people are posting it. If these last few weeks have been a bit rough, like they're forgetting the other 50 weeks of the year where it's been mint. And it boils down to those couple of weeks of negativities. Like the holidays, it boiled down to 20 minutes late and 1 day of rain.
Well, if you think about it, right, a lot of people suffer from SAD, dark mornings,
Yeah.
dark nights. They're not getting like the feel-good vibes of the summer. Most weddings are in the summer. Most holidays are in the summer. Like most big things occur at the like midpoint of the year. By the time Christmas has come round and you're trying to gear yourself up for like funny season, like you haven't really done that much because you've been in a bit of hibernation mode. There's not much going on. So then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
So anything can tip you over the edge. Even if it's just fucking losing your shoe.
Loosen your shoe. I think as well, like the people who really, truly have shit years aren't posting about it on social media. Like the ones who are in the depths of darkness, they're not posting about it on social media. And the next thing you hear, they'll be unaliving themselves. People do not post when they like they genuinely have had a shite year, and it's
They
too
go off
much.
the grid.
They go off the grid,
Yeah.
and that's it.
It's like that old "you okay, hun?" Like, why are you posting that on Facebook apart from someone to fucking comment and go, "Hey, what's happened?"
No one's checked in.
But it's just
I checked in at the hospital.
like,
Did I tell you I was going to do that when you were in concert? We had, because I was going to the hospital to get my hands checked, right? And anyway, and like Sarah was like, "Why didn't you check in at the NHS like while dancing?" Well, when you were on holiday, sorry. Soz Dan. Just to make you panic.
now you've got another arm. What's the matter with you? I think, like, again with that, I always say, like, to my clients, like, how you feel and what you do need to be two completely separate things. Like, you can't just change what you're going to do because of how you feel. And I think people are they overanalyze how they feel in the moment and at the time. And if they put as much energy into analysing the rest of the year or their life as a whole or everything other than just how they feel in that moment of time, would all feel a lot better.
Yep. What's a win that didn't feel like a win at the time, but clearly was looking back? The mic's in your hand, Dan.
I'm just trying to share, otherwise I'll end up talking. What didn't feel like a win at the time?
So that could be like more of a hardship. What's
My life's good. Like, I don't have a lot that goes wrong. I think anything that goes wrong, I always try to recognise it as a way to improve rather than as a negative. But in terms of examples of that, probably can't really think of many. It's been a great year.
But that's what, like, I bet you a lot of those problems, though, what have eventually became a win, probably seemed worse to other people. But because of the mindset what you have in, like, you grow in every situation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yes, it's hard in the time, and yes, it might be stressful or whatever else, but you don't see it as a negative. You've spun that to a positive as like, I'm learning and I'm growing and I've...
Yeah, and I think that's why mentality is so important, because it's all about perception. Like, yeah, there's probably a million things I could say as this, but because I never think of them as negatives and I never think like that, I can't recall them. So yeah, it's a tough one. I don't think negatively,
Yeah.
really. Like, I try to make a positive out of every situation.
Sarah?
You used to proper catastrophize everything, though. Back in the day, like 8 years ago, we'd know if something bad had happened to Dan because you'd be walking around like a bear with a fucking sore head.
I remember Brexit. We were all doomed. Yeah. Do you want us to repeat it? Oh, you got it.
A negative that was actually a positive.
What's a win that didn't feel like a win at the time, but clearly was looking back?
I mean, there's a few. There's obviously the carnage going. Still feels shit. It is shit. I don't like it. But at the same time, it's where we need to go. It's what we need to do. Dan leaving. Dan Burkett. Like, at the time, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, really good coach, got me doing more. And I thought, wait, fucking, I'm shag now for my training, because like there's not many coaches get me to that degree. Obviously looking for a new coach. Like he was like obviously he calls himself the biomechanics coach. Like I liked how into it he was, nuances. But now I've got Leah. So actually, Leah's mint. Like Leah is mint. She's probably like got my level crack as well, which just makes it funny in the sessions. But she looks after us, and she's just got a way of. I mean, she's obviously saw it as a challenge of what you don't back squat, I'll get you back squatting again.
And has she?
She has.
Oh, there you go.
She's determined to get us back squatting heavier. We'll see what happens there.
I think this is just hardship, really, isn't it? What's a win that didn't feel like a win at the time? Any time we've went through a little bit of hardship on business decisions, on this, on that, or whatever else, like, they didn't feel like a win. It was just hard, but the long game, even if it's 1, 2, 3 years time from there, there's always wins. There's wins out of everything, really, isn't it? If you
think of it, the main thing that people say is growth. What's the expression? Growth happens in. Daniel, no.
Hard times.
Like growth happens in hard times, or something like it's something along those lines.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
It's very rare that a decision that's going to move you forward is ever an easy decision. Because if it was, it wouldn't change anything. Small decisions don't create change. Big decisions do, and big decisions are never easy. But I think it's an interesting word, like you say, like hardship, like people's perception. But like the things that people actually refer to as hardship and difficulties. Come on, like we're all so comfortable.
We are.
Not just us, like everyone in general. It's like come on, like walk around any city centre at this time of year and watch people lying asleep in doorways. Like that's hardship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like people are like go ridiculous about tiny little things, as if it's like their life's falling apart, and it's like we don't even know hardship. Like
Well,
it's nothing.
Well, these people who do like to what this one's all about, the people who are say writing these, I've had the worst year ever. That is like they're so privileged. Like they have everything. At the end of the day, they are writing a post on the brand new iPhone 30, whatever. I don't even know what number it is. On, do you know what I mean? Like in the comfy house with the heating on, probably got a glass of wine while they're writing like how bad their life is, and that wine was probably a 20 quid bottle, not the Lamborghini stuff. And do you know what I mean? Like they're so
need to watch
privileged.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Is that the Chris?
I've never watched that.
Where you fuck off. Can't even watch it. How can you not watch that?
I've just never watched it.
Your life's falling apart. It's been an awful year.
It's been an awful year. Fuck off. Right. What's something you handled better this year than you would have in the past?
I don't know. What have I handled better this year that I could? Putting weight on. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair one, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is actually.
Putting weight on. I've actually gone past my usual, like, ooh, I need a diet cut-off mark. I'm hossing on. Yeah, and I've not gone batshit. I mean, I might have a little bit on holiday when I didn't try my holiday clothes on before I got there and realised half of it didn't fit. But, yeah.
But what would you do? That was the only clothes you had. You had to wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that, isn't it?
I'm quite laid back on holiday, to be fair. But yeah, it was like, oh, never mind. One of my bikinis fit properly. That'll do for the week.
I think, again, it's hard to pick out specific examples, but it's just trying to mature and just deal with anything and not be quite as reactionary to different things. Obviously, I do get frustrated with certain elements of the world
Yeah.
that are out of my control. I think I'm getting better at dealing with that and not letting it bother us as much, and trying to focus on my own internal monologue and not get hung up on what other people are doing. Try to become more accepting of the way other people are and understand that maybe the way that I think isn't always right. And it helps me deal with things in the sense of I believe certain things because of certain things, and just because I believe that is right doesn't necessarily mean that it is. It doesn't mean that everybody else has to live up with the same standards. I think that helps me deal with things more positively and not get as run down by things that I can't control.
Yeah.
I think I've got better at not like obviously similar to what you're saying there. I've got a lot better at cutting things off and not looking so much into things. I'm one of these people that goes down rabbit holes of the world, like things I can't control or deal with. Like instead of asking ChatGPT if fucking Russia's gonna bomb the UK, like I've packed shit like that in a fair bit to try and cut it off a little bit. Otherwise, I do catastrophize those kind of things. It's like, oh my God, what's going to happen next?
Sound? Yeah. What are some wins that... Oh, what was uncomfortable this year that actually led to growth?
Putting weight on.
I don't know, because like anytime you do anything new, it makes you uncomfortable. But I don't say it's negative. I embrace it. I don't know, things like doing seminars, things like there's lots of different things. Like every year, I feel like I'm doing new things that I haven't previously done before. But it's about growth, isn't it? It's about they were uncomfortable at the time, not so much negative at the time, but yeah, you can only grow by doing things that make you feel uncomfortable.
I was gonna, like, probably this year, Dan, for you, what obviously I've seen, you've went fucking all in on everything without even, I mean, it might have been uncomfortable for you. I don't know if it was uncomfortable, but although you've probably seen it as more of like, fuck it, I'm going to grow in it.
But to me, it's not so much that like I've chose to do that. It's just everything in me head's like a block, and it's like, right, well, now I've got time to dedicate to that because I don't have to do as much on that side of things. So obviously it probably looks like I'm more all in on this, but like I'm still putting the same energy in every day. I'm just now got a little bit more time to allocate into other things.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
But a lot of it, like let's say, I mean, this year, like you've really pushed it out, say, on the social media side of things. And I bet you're it was a few years ago, where it would have been uncomfortable as fuck for you to do that. But now, are you at the period where, so what?
I honestly, I do not care at all, about anything. Like, I don't care about making an arse of myself. Like, I'm just not bothered anymore. But I think that just comes with age, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It does. Like, you just
and reps.
stop caring.
And reps.
Yeah, like you look at old people, the things they say. Like, I think just as you get old, you just don't care anymore what people think or say.
Yeah.
But I think that just comes from being more comfortable in yourself.
Yeah.
Happy and settled. It's like, what difference does it make if someone thinks I'm a dick?
Yeah.
Like, I hope people think I'm a dick. I don't mean that in a way, but like, I hope I'm annoying people because it means I'm getting people are paying attention. It's that whole thing of like, it's only bad. Like, there's no bad publicity. Like, if people are talking about you, they're talking about you.
Yeah.
I don't care what they're saying.
Unless you're a
as
rapist.
long as it's getting traction.
That's bad publicity.
Unless you what?
Unless you're a rapist.
You can't say that way in that jacket.
He's been watching the P. Diddy documentary.
Did you answer that one?
Yeah.
It was the...
I've put weight on.
You put weight on.
To grow. I don't think I've done anything of any real, like... I haven't put myself in any uncomfortable positions, I wouldn't say, this year. I can't think of anything in particular, like...
Yeah, you haven't done like a big presentation or Yeah.
It's like, I know it's coming. Like, I know it is coming. It's probably going to be next year. But like, where I did qualify as a female coaching specialist and I'm partway through the menopause one, and you keep saying, share it, talk about it, do a presentation. And I'm like, nope. Like, the thought of it makes us like, shiver, but I will have to start doing something, but I'm not ready to. Do you know when you're like, you know a bit, but you don't know enough to feel like fully confident in it? Like, and I know it's never the right time, and I know that I'm probably being absolutely ridiculous waiting until I feel confident to do it, but
The best way to learn is to teach. So if you're teaching these micro parts along the way, you got like, because every time you teach something, like you learn more about yourself. It's like, oh right, well I could have said it this way, I could have said it that way. So it's like if you're putting out these little micro things, what I keep asking you to, like it'll make that big one so much easier.
What would you say to a client who didn't want to squat until they had the perfect squat?
We'll keep that one down. What are some wins that don't look exciting on social media but matter massively in real life?
It's a hard one because obviously so much of the blood and guts doesn't make it to social media. Like, people only see the surface level stuff. Like, they'll see the results. They don't see the 12 months of work that goes like into that. Like, people would look and say, all right, and now you've coached, what have I done this year? 7, 8, 9, 12 like photo shoot transformations.
Yeah.
And they'd see that as a huge win. What about the 20 clients that have now been with us over a year?
Yeah.
Like, consistently train, like, that's a bigger win.
Yeah.
Like, it's great to get the pictures, but like, people don't see like the consistency and like the longevity, because that's what really matters in stuff like that. People only ever see like the very surface level stuff. They don't see the stuff that goes under the radar.
what was the question again?
What are some wins that don't look exciting on social media but matter massively in real life?
I mean, I agree completely with what Dan's just said. I think a lot of the main wins, like, for me personally, loads of wins aren't things you would take photos of, so you don't see them on social media. Do you know what I mean?
But that there in itself, like for the person who's actually just trained for an entire year.
Yeah.
But now we can put it on social media because we bought them a Legend T-shirt. But you know what I mean? But that like a year's like you can't really sit like if you've done a year of like consistently inconsistent. It's like, but that's a major win compared to someone who's lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's like looking at the Ben. Obviously, I do look the photos that I look back on and the videos that I look back on is always of the speech, like of the Ben.
Yeah, yeah.
And seeing how he's even just 2 years ago, Christmas, opening pyjamas from his naughty elf, and like, yeah, I had to really listen to it, and it was like, Jesus, like the difference in his speech from then to now is unbelievable. And like the fact that he was top reader and he's still wanting to read, and the fact that he comes out with things like, if I say what a read is, he'll come out with leaders. Like I don't take photos of that kind of stuff, but that to me is like a huge win. Like, I'm not taking photos of his spelling shed and the fact that he's constantly top of the class because he's obsessed with it. But that's a proper mom thing, innit? He's class.
I think like this actually leads in the problem that we were talking about before, about why do people perceive a year as positive and negative, because they don't recognise the things that actually matter. Like, so like you say, you might get a client who say, hasn't been a great year because I haven't done this, I haven't done a photo shoot, I haven't got shredded, haven't got abs. But like, for the first time in your life, you've trained most weeks, or like you've done steps most weeks, or you've tracked most weeks. And like, that's such a huge building block to any future success that they're gonna have, but they don't recognise it as a win because it's just a small, consistent act. But they're the real wins. Like, we keep saying we can't sit here and name massive big wins or massive things that we've done differently. And that's because most of the time our ducks are in a row, in the sense of we're consistently doing the things we're supposed to be doing, so nothing stands out. But because nothing stands out, that consistency is actually what creates real success. And people don't recognise that. They're looking for like big flashpoints, whereas actually it's all just building blocks. It's just, you're trying to achieve something. Realistically, there's never going to be an end goal. You're never going to have your ultimate physique. You're never going to be as strong as you can be. You're never going to be as successful as you can be. You're never going to be as wealthy as you can be. All you can ever do is move towards that. and all any year ever is just another platform to keep going and to keep going and to keep going. It's not a moment of success. And stop judging every year of your life on highlights. Judge it on the consistent day-to-day things that you've actually done that have moved you forward.
I think what stands out for me is actually one of yours. Like, what are some wins that don't look exciting on social media? I mean, like Caster's reading. Like, for you to read to him every single night and to be as frustrated as you get with him every single night, because it's at the end of the day, it's just before he goes to bed, so he can't be bothered. But you have grinded that like every day, like, and it's never been posted once on social media or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? But you've done that every day, and like for where his reading level is at, like it's one of the biggest wins you'll ever see. But it might not even look like a win because it's not something what you'd post on social media. Do you know what I mean?
I think we just need to change how, like I said, change how we measure success. Stop thinking about success as something you post, because I feel like it makes everyone more miserable. I don't think years ago people wouldn't have analysed and looked back on the years in the way that they do, because firstly, what you're going to do, stand up in the middle of the village and ring a fucking bell and tell everyone how your year's been. Like, where would you even post it? But it's this whole thing of like, now people feel like they've got to post an end of year post, which then means they're going to be looking back, and they're looking back at the wrong things, which makes them think, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. And it just creates this whole different outlook on life that's probably never existed before. You know what I mean? Do you think your grandma and granddad sat there at the end of the year being like, reviewing and think like, over-analysing it, do you know what I mean? It's just...
I can't wait to read some of them though.
It's just a weird modern phenomena, and like I say, it doesn't really help anyone. You know, it's like you're going to have people either gloating, telling everyone how fucking fantastic they are and how great the year's been, but behind that, there's probably a lot that isn't going wrong, and you'll have loads of people who are being super negative, this hasn't happened, but actually, things have probably been quite good behind the scenes. None of it's real, and none of it actually matters.
I wonder if I'll actually do one.
I just had this thought while you were talking there. It's a bit of it might take us a little bit, not off topic, it's on topic, but I think the only purpose that looking back, not at negatives, but maybe is reflecting on the things that you haven't done in a year, it could be turned into a positive, right? So say, for example, I'm looking back at my year and I say, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do this. What am I going to do about it? Well, I'm going to do it. Because when you're on your deathbed, right, the only thing people talk about is what they regret not doing. So if you can use your end of year, like, I want you to look back and think, yeah, these were positives. And then rather than thinking, well, that was shit and that was shit, think, well, what haven't I done that I want to do? And then make plans to make it happen.
I was going to say, by the time you write your fucking whole Facebook Warren whatever piece post, right, you could have fucking booked that holiday, what you didn't do the year before. Use that time, what you're going to post out to bollocks, right? Like book something, what you said you were going to do this year.
Say, I've already messaged Kim about April and I've said, this is what I'm thinking. I'll be in touch in January.
Mint. Am I
No,
next?
no,
Okay.
move on.
Sorry. I didn't get the pause. We're getting better, aren't we, Dan? What small improvements did we make this year that added up to something big?
I think we're always improving with everything we do, and I think we should probably make more time to focus on positives in the sense with everything, like we're saying, it's so easy to look back on, oh, this could have been better, and this could have been better, and this could have been better, but how often do you look and think like, fucking hell, that was good? And everyone's guilty of this in work and life and business and everything. But yeah, we'll get better consistently all the time. Every single thing that we did last year, we'll have done better this year. And every single thing we did this year, we'll do better next year.
I mean, just on that, I think from all of our conversations, Dan, over these last few months, we've always picked out something from there and it's like, shit, we should implement this.
Yeah.
Like where the wins, like where we've transferred from like, celebrate more of the gym wins and stuff like that, and trying to make that, pushing that out there that little bit more. Yeah,
but then we do it, and that's what's the ultimate answer. Do it, don't talk about it.
Yeah. Just do it.
You could take this one to heed, actually.
Oh, fuck.
Well, no, because Ross has got his 1% list. So he always goes on and on and on about the 1%, and he's always gone off it. Like, I can tell when he comes in on a morning, right, with a fucking sore head on him, what coffee cups were left out, what bottles were left on the bench. Like, he'll walk in here and he'll be looking around and he'll be like, that wasn't put away, this was out, that wasn't put away, dishes all dirty in the sink. And it's like, right, okay, next time you do that, I might just say, what was good about this morning? What did everyone do well this morning? What has improved? Think about the improvements that have been made over time. You're fucking never gonna win with the coffee cups or the making coffee.
No, do you know that? Honestly, making coffee.
By making coffee,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
never gonna win.
Making coffees.
It's such a small thing, but like it really, really aggravates him.
But basically, for context, my 1% improvements, like I always just think of like tiny little things where we can constantly improve the service. It's like you walk into, like, I mean, I walked into that bathroom there. The shower mat was still on the floor. That's there from yesterday morning with about 30 or 40 people walking into that bathroom, and that's there. The coaches will have seen it on the floor. And it's been there on the floor all day. The coaches will have had a bloody piss or a shit next to it and just seen it and haven't just hung it up where it should belong. It's like such a little simple thing of that. Like, do you know what I mean? And when Sarah is talking about the bottles or the coffee cups, it is a 1%. Because if I was to walk into a facility or anything like that and I seen like just stuff lying about, I'd be thinking, oh, these don't actually, like, these aren't attention to detail as like for the service I'm paying. And that's but I am a perfectionist.
So I don't disagree with that in the sense of that's essential, and there's no excuse for like people dragging their arse when it comes to standards like that. And it is important to recognise it, and it is important to improve. But I just think for all of us, for anyone listening, every single time you say something negative, you should match it with something positive from the same situation. So if you come in and go, right, there was 5 coffee cups left out, you should then have to go, but this was mint. Because from a mental standpoint for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week, it's like there's absolutely no problem with wanting to improve. Every single person should wake up and try to get better every single day. That should be unequivocal. But in the same breath, this is when negativity spirals because, like we say, we're hyper-focused on the negatives and we don't give any time to the positives. So it needs to be balanced.
Well, that's what it is. It's like, well, a couple of coffee cups is left out, but 40 people had the best time of their life yesterday having a mint session.
Yeah, like
do you know what I mean? It is, yeah.
Lifting heavy weights and making progress, and like, yeah, the coffee cup shouldn't be there. Yes, people should have a coffee if they want one, but don't let a negative stand in the way of all the positives.
Yeah, but that's like I was saying, like when we're talking to Joni, he was like, everything's all right, man. But it's because if I don't see everybody for a long time and I come in and there's shit lying about, that's the only negative I can focus on. And I do focus on that. And it's like, well, the Dynamint job, everyone's here, the clients are having buzzing, they're sharing, blah, 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 blah.
I think one thing I've found with like when it comes to growth, it's like if you focus on the small things, you end up neglecting on the bigger things. So it's like even all these positives, everything you do well, like for us it's things like the coaching, all those the big things that really matter. Yeah, we do them well, but like anything you can do better, and if you constantly focus on the little things, and just niggly little shit, you never actually address improving on the important stuff. And I think that's something as well. It's like focus on the bigger picture.
I'm trying.
No, this isn't. Like, this is like in general.
Yeah.
And like it's something I've sort of tried to remind myself as well. It's like don't just focus on the little things.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's hard.
It's always hard.
Because ultimately, the reason you or anyone, I don't mean you specifically, I just mean in general, the reason anyone's successful is because of the things they do well. So if they want to continue to become successful and be more successful, they need to do those things better. But they don't, because they don't concentrate on the things they do well, they just focus on the niggly little shit that doesn't actually move the needle.
Yeah, I mean, we've had it many times in the past where we've had like one bad client and it consumes all of our energy and everything, and like but we've got another 200 and something, whatever, mint clients, and that's what we always have to come back to. It's like, right, let's stop focusing on this. It's like, look at how many good things we've
Well,
got.
it's like the whole school thing. You've got that one bad kid, and and I say 60% of the teacher's energy goes on that one bad kid, 40% for the other 20. What happens if the teacher goes, you know what it is? Fuck yeah, I'm going to put 100% of my energy into the 20 people. How much better and more potential could those... Yeah, you've got one person who's achieved nothing, but is that not better than everyone achieving mediocrity? If you focus on the actual successes and push the successes further and higher, and yeah, there's going to be people who are left behind, but ultimately...
Right, parents, shut our mouths.
Don't get me.
Positive. Right, next thing.
You've like hit the fumes. Like,
Yeah. So what more?
This evening
So
of the week.
what moments reminded you why we do what we do?
Say that again.
What moments remind you why we do what we do? Us.
Moments. Specific. I can't think of any.
This year, what moments remind you why we do what we do?
It's not even specific moments. Like, there's just so many different things that happen. Obviously, the socials always bring it to the fore when everyone comes together and everyone has a good time. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, the amount of people that pull you to one side, even just the Christmas one, getting pulled to one side and like, thank you for this and thank you for that, and you wouldn't believe that I've done this and I've done that, and like, hearing people's stories, like people who I've never met in person, like from a concert mainly. Like, I don't see them people very much, but they're like pulling us to one side and saying thank you, and it's like, fucking hell, like, I look like you damn mint. Like, just keep going. And then there's different interactions in the gym that, like, I won't pay a second thought to, like, I'm not taking photos of it. Do you know what I mean? But they're just little conversations of things, and people coming in and having conversations and listening to certain changes that they've made and what's happened in their lives and their wins. And it's like, mint. Like, just, yeah, throughout the year. Photo shoots, obviously. They're demonstratable.
Yeah.
But it's the little conversations that I have with people that are my favourites that make us really think.
I think it's always probably the photo shoots and that do it, and I hate saying that because people take it for the wrong reasons. It's nothing to do with the pictures, it's nothing to do with results. It's the experience of the day.
Celebration.
And it's what it is like, if I sit there and you're listening to this and you're just a normal person, I tell you, right, you're going to strip you down and we're going to put you in a sports bra, in a pair of shorts, or we're going to put you in a bikini. You're going to get oiled up in the middle of a gym with loads of other people, and you're going to get pictured. Most people would think there'd be like a fucking rabbit in the headlights. The fact that we can instill a confidence in people to be able to do that, and to not just do it, but to be able to enjoy the experience of doing it. What could be any, like, that's literally everything you could ever fucking want.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, there's so many moments, like, really, like, because we can reflect back on everything. But I mean, and then it does, because we only reflect back on what's happened the last few weeks. Yeah. So, I mean, what stands out to me is Sharon, Billy's Sharon. Yeah. Yeah, just telling us she loves us because we hate each other. So, yeah, like, I fucking love you. And then, like, literally, fucking hate you. But it is, like, it's a moment like that where it's like, I'm not saying that's the moment that reminds us of we do what we do, but, like, it is, because as much as she's a tough little nut, and she's mint crack, but when, like, obviously saying she loves us for what we do and blah, 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 it is. It's hearing everybody how many lives have changed it as well. And now that might sound wishy-washy, how many lives have changed, but it is true. So, yeah.
I think the villa stuck with me for, like, the bikinis because, like, I think there's something so, like, especially for women. I don't like to talk for women, but bikinis are a big thing, like being on holiday, being
Huge.
in swimwear.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big mental thing for a lot of people, and it's something most people have a battle with throughout the whole life. You know what I mean? Like, not even enjoying a family holiday because you're conscious about how your body might look. And to have, like, a group of people strutting the stuff and, like, actually enjoying getting pictures took in a bikini, just see if we told any of them that would be happening, like, when they first started, they wouldn't have believed it. And like I say, just to get to people to to be overcoming those sorts of hang-ups and those sorts of issues is massive.
They crushed it. They fucking
went.
knew just
Yeah,
let's
but
go
just-
for it, fucking hand up, fucking
And I think,
playing
like,
with the hair.
I think I appreciate these moments because it's one of the few times where you stop and you're not trying to coach, you're not trying to get results, which for me and you, those moments don't come very
Well, it's
often.
only at the end of the photo
Like,
shoots
it's only
and
actually
stuff
on the
like
shoot
that, yeah.
days where you're kind of in the moment for that couple of hours where you actually like stop and like, oh shit, look, like stop and actually look around and it's like, fucking hell. And then you're just straight back in the grind again. But in those moments, that is when you actually appreciate it.
Well, it's probably not even in that moment because we're still fucking busy as fuck. It's probably like as soon as we get home and it's like, and then it's like, yep.
I mean, the event days are exactly the same.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just to obviously share it, like that's the same because it forces you to be in the moment. And for those momentary times when you are in the moment, that's when you can sort of get that overview of like, fucking hell, this is mint. And then you just go back into whatever you're doing and forget all about it until the next one.
Anything right at that or? Oh, you did. You answered that one, didn't you? Yeah. Is this the same question? What behind the scenes win are you most proud of?
That's the same question, isn't it?
No, I think that's I suppose behind the scenes would be just like you check-in messages, people saying stuff like that, like very, very nice things. But what is a behind the scenes win you're most proud of?
I think for me, probably the social media side of things, because like Instagram stuff is a fucking grind. And it's like, I doubt there's many days this year where I haven't posted at least one thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is a grind. And it's a grind when you get nothing back. You get no likes, no comments, no one cares, no one engages, no one reads it, no one's interested. But every single day, like, do that for like a full year, probably longer, despite the fact that, like you said, you're posting to no one.
Yeah.
You're posting to nothing, it's going nowhere, like it's doing nothing for me at the minute. And to keep that going despite the fact that there's absolutely no like
Feedback.
yeah, there's no reward for it, there's nothing. Again, like gaining followers, I know it sounds a bit shit, but it's like last year I went from like 500 followers because I just got a new account to 1,000. I said this year I want to increase that by 100% again, which I've done. I've got to 2,000. Obviously next year I want to go to 4. And it seems stupid, it seems pointless, but for what I want to do long term, it's important. And yeah, I just think that's quite a win to just be able to keep grinding away at something when there's no, like you get nothing back.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's like going to work every day and not getting paid. There's just no,
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. Probably, I mean, obviously you touched on it there about like the messages that I get on check-ins and stuff like that. I've had some mint messages. I've had some messages on social media of people who I haven't even coached. But they've reached out because they don't comment, they don't like, they don't do anything with like my posts on Instagram. But then like 9 months later, they're like commenting saying, oh, I've lost weight and I've been following all your stuff. And it's like thank you and stuff like that. It's like, whoa, I've never met you. Sport, yeah. But other than that, like, that's mental.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there was that that photo that went viral with our 5-drink rule story. The amount of messages I got off that one, like people talking about not drinking or they're going to implement it because of X, Y, and Z in their lives. It's like people just opening up about their situation and what they were dealing with and what they were going through. That was crazy.
Through me being pissed.
Through you being absolute clip.
I get down with the social media posts because like I've done the fucking email marketing for 10, 12 years, whatever, and that is talking into the abyss. It's like you don't get a like, you don't even get a like for that. You're just putting something out there, like, and some of them are quite like they're more personal than what you do in a social media post because it's coming from you. It's sort of like writing your diary sometimes. So yeah, I get that.
I think it's that thing of like as well. People say kind of in the hideaway, and like fair enough. Like you're not interested, no problem whatsoever. But it takes time. It takes a lot more time than people probably realise to to do it, and obviously I've started that school group. That'll be the same. I know every single day next year I'm going to post in that group. It's going to go fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like long term I will. Long term I believe it'll do something. But I know all of next year I'm not going to get fucking anything. It's just hiding stuff away. But that's delayed gratification. And I think that's a massive one. And again, it's why are people negative? Why do people focus on negatives and negativity? Because nobody has delayed gratification anymore. No one, they expect the win now, and if they don't get the win now, then it's failure. And again, it just breeds more negative thoughts and negative connotations about everything.
This is probably the same, isn't it, from a leadership or coaching perspective, what stands out this year?
I think we've covered that.
Yeah, it was for that one. So this one, you nearly touched on it at the start. Emily's in the background there, so she might want to do this on her own, this little exercise here. He's got your phones. Go get your phone. We're doing what is it? We're doing a practical side here. So Emily has just entered the room, but Emily, this is about the whole year and how people basically say,
Literally got no pattern whatsoever.
like they've had a shit year, basically all the shit year, worst year in my life, blah blah blah. Right, so this one. So scroll back to January the 1st in your phone's photo albums.
I do realise it's going to take a while. Yeah, January the 1st.
Yeah, from there. Is the Nokia got it?
I wasn't sure you asked to
Oh, is it? Good man, Dan. That's it. Airplane mode. Love it. So, what's the first thing that jumps out?
The first thing that, like, the actual first thing that I've got on my
Well, like
camera
what
reel.
jumps out? Like, obviously, we're talking about the positivity throughout the year because this is one of them exercises. Oh,
That.
that was a beauty. Yeah. Oh yeah, forget about that.
So that was my reel of last year in January about what my plan was for the year and my accountability of like, I am going to put weight on because I want to add some size. But then that was the outtake because the mic rustled on the t-shirt and when I skidded in it sounded like I'd farted.
Yeah, that's a beauty. That.
In my first picture of the years, me stood in the club toilets with my thumb up, pissed at 20 to 12. Started me to go.
So this is one of them exercises like where people say they've had a shit year, but it is like because obviously I reflect every 90 days and like write it down, and it's easy to go over the last 90 days of what you've done, but because of the people who are saying that the year's been shit and all the rest of it, they do need to, like if you can scroll back on your phones now to that 1st of January and have a look through them photos, and you'll be surprised like across the year. And yes, in photos, we only ever capture the good moments, but look at how many fucking good moments you've had, like, since then. It's amazing, like, when you actually do reflect back.
I think for me, it'd be ones with notes.
Right?
I use ChatGPT a lot for that now, but I used to write so much in my notes, plans, goals, things like that, and then go back at the end of the year and look like, well, I implemented that, I did that, I did that, I did that. Maybe didn't do that, I'll try to do that next year. But like, think
Mike.
like, look at like things, like I said, that I'd put in at the start that I probably didn't put a massive amount of thought in, like I said about that now, increasing social media following or something like that, and say, fucking hell, I did it. But you don't even realise you've done it until you actually go back and look over it.
This is why you need to write your goals down every, like, 90 days, and, like, then because every 90 days when you look back, it's like, fucking hell, I've hit X, Y,
That's
Z.
right, I said at the start and I've done.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. But it's always good to, like, keep reflecting. Did you have...
Well, I'm on the 14th of January now. No, and it's a picture of, it's like the sky.
Uh-huh.
Gemma had sent us it,
Right.
where you could actually, with the naked eye, see Castor, Pollux, Mars. Like where you could actually see it.
Yeah.
And I remember that being like, that's so cute. Obviously,
Yeah.
she's remembered the band's name and like messaged us that. Like, I thought that was dead thoughtful.
Exactly, that's a super thoughtful moment in time of like, and it's such a tiny thing. That's a tiny, like, I don't know, compared to fucking your phone dying when you're out and like that's your world ended. And like you, oh, I can't believe my phone died and there was no charges in Starbucks or something like that. Compared to just someone sending you that and...
It was just such a small gesture, but like I was buzzing with that, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Like I was buzzing.
Well, exactly, it is stuff like that, and it's like, how many moments here would you have completely forgotten now without them photos? Like really, if you look, like would you would have forgotten that if that wasn't on your phone there?
It wouldn't have sprung to mind automatically, but that was such a little but mint moment. And like, even just flicking through it, it's like daft videos of the Ben, me and you pissing about at the top of Pension Monument, picture of a coffee where we went into Durham and tell the coffee shop, and it was when the Chinese dragon came out while we were sitting having a coffee.
Oh yeah.
Can you remember that?
Yeah, see, I would have forgotten that. There you go.
And then like pictures obviously from the Ben at school. Like, I mean, I'm only up to March now. But yeah, loads.
I thought you were going to grab my phone. Just look.
I think a lot of it comes down to as well, like a failure to appreciate the small things in life. In a sense of like, we've just put so much emphasis on the big things that don't really matter that much. Whereas it's the day-to-day, it's the small moments, it's the coffees, it's the memories, it's the little things that would just let pass us by that actually define everything. And it's like those little going for a coffee, having a laugh, they contribute to having a healthy relationship. Having a healthy and happy relationship contributes to you being able to be more successful in business, to be able to have a more functional family unit. And those little things, like what we were saying before, it's like those little things are what add up to the bigger picture. And it's like if the little things aren't right, nothing else can be. And we all just need to be more mindful of, like I said, the little things in life, the little moments, because ultimately they're what add up to everything. If you're constantly just focusing on the big stuff, then it's probably not going to be right because you're looking in the wrong areas.
Yeah.
Well, it's like we implemented date day Wednesday, and that's fallen by the wayside. And I've said to Ross, no, because he's so busy. But no, I have. It has been recognised. It's fallen by the wayside. Fuck off. even Saturdays have been taken over by him working, obviously, especially where he's gotten into the photography side of things now as well. He's editing photos and that, and it's like, right, new year, we need to reset. Wednesdays need to come back and play, and weekends are off limits. You can work for a couple of hours in the morning, but then that's it. Like, because if I look at the last 4 or 5 months, there's no pictures of coffees, there's no pictures of chocolate pancakes, there's no pictures of the Ben fucking running through the forest. Like, and I'm looking at my first 3 months of the year here smiling because of those little things. So yeah, you've been told.
See, you're focusing on negative there when you've got 3 months worth of positives there.
Well, no, because I need to tell you about this negative so that you can turn it into a positive.
It will. You've heard it here first. So basically, so this one obviously where people are having those shitty reflective years and like, where's the? How many wins do you think you could write down just from your photos? And I think this is like a broader to everybody type thing. Obviously to use to like, if you look through that.
So this is going to be quite sad. So after we had the meeting, what day was it last week?
Monday.
Last Monday. So on the Wednesday, I went to Starbucks. I wanted to go through everything we talked about and review, obviously my year, review work, review everything. But within that, every single month I wrote down all the information, what I did well, numbers, all that sort of stuff, but also at the end I put personal wins. And I went through, and that's when I did that, I went through every single thing, and every single month I wrote down everything I did that month.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sounds sad, but I wanted to include that in my review because I just think it's important. As important as work is, it's also so important to do the other stuff. And like I said, it was a reminder to me of like, because I always get on myself about not using the camera enough.
Okay.
I need to go more, I need to use it more, I need to use it more. And it's like, fucking hell, I forgot how many times I've actually did use it, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
because of going through and, like I said, writing down those things. And I think, again, it's like, it would have been so easy for me to sit there and just do the work side of things. But I'm so grateful that I literally last minute added like that last little section onto each month.
Yeah.
Because it forced us to look at it in a different light.
You kept saying that it was sad. I don't think that's sad at all. I think that's brilliant because without reflecting on personal, what's the point of the work stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Like the ultimate, the whole point is to like enjoy and live your life and enjoy the moments with your family or your friends or whatever else. And like, yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons. Like, I'm not a big money person, and it's like going through numbers and going through that. Like, it's fucking boring as fuck. Like, do you know what I mean? It is. It's like it's boring. Whereas if you can go through and see the shit you've actually done, that's motivating. And it is. It's so easy to just forget about these things.
It is. So I think this one's like for all them people who are thinking they had a bad year, or even if you think that you've had a good year or whatever else, like if someone judged your year purely by your camera roll, would they say it was a bad year? No. So if you can look back on like your camera roll, this is for the people. Like, you know you've had a good year. Like, I think before you make these Facebook fucking letters, like, have a look back through your camera roll, and I think you'll be really fucking surprised.
I think it's that thing of, like, no year for anyone is inherently negative or positive. It's always a mixture of both. It's where you look. Because if you look through your camera roll, of course you're going to see positives. You're not taking a selfie of each other after you've had a fucking argument. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't take...
Or during the argument.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, you're not capturing negatives on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, if you're... So it's where you look. Where you look to reflect is what you'll find.
Yeah.
And like you say, I think that's a great one, because you're only going to take pictures of the good stuff. So if you're going to reflect on your year, just reflect on the good stuff, and you'll forget about the bad stuff. Or you can choose to dwell on the bad stuff and forget about the good stuff. It's all down to perception and choice. Anything can be positive or negative. It's what you choose to make it in your head. The stories we tell ourselves will determine our beliefs.
Perfect. You got something to say?
No, I'm not adding to that. Like,
I was going to say, like, that's. I think you ended there. So I'll do my powerful outro. If there's one thing we want people to take from this episode, it's this: don't rush off to write off an entire year just because parts of it were hard. Growth doesn't always feel good. Wins aren't always loud, and progress rarely shows up all at once. Before you say this was a bad year, scroll your phone, start at January, write down 20 wins. I reckon write down 100. Like, there's 100 wins inside your camera roll from the year, and then tell us it was bad. Because when you actually look at the evidence, most people aren't failing, they're just forgetting. And if this episode helps even one person realize how far they've come, then it's done exactly what it was meant to do. Thanks, team. Cheers.
I thought you were passing it, boys.